Well, I'm back. Crazy Mama here. Oh, well, I used to weigh 400 pounds and had to go to the doctor today. And I finally broke the 300 barrier. So I lost the 400 pounds, the 100 pounds. And what I did the keto diet, and it actually freaking works. And if you stick to it, you'll be amazed how fast that weight comes off. And I mean, it just kind of like, I don't know, cleans you out. Cleans you out. And so you're just like, well, woo, that was good. That was fun. But I finally, after like 6, 8 months, I was at this standstill. It's between 303 and 306. And I'm like, Suzanne, what is going on? I was trying to do everything. I was taking that, I can't remember. Oh, crap. Anyway, some of those pills are supposed to help you, lose weight. Taking a couple of, that wasn't even working. I was like, what in the world is going on? So I'm on a lot of medications, and I had actually ran out of two of my main prescriptions that I need. And it took 10 days for me to get my prescriptions. And so these two medications, they're through pain. I go through pain management because I tried, with my injuries, I tried Vicodin and Percocet and all those opioids. It wasn't helping. And then I was getting kind of nervous because I've been on them for quite some time. I thought, I gotta get off this crap. So I went to pain management, and they put me on something different that won't be bad. So we started out with 1 Lyrica, and then we worked up all the way to 3 Lyrica. Well, then I found out that Lyrica does kind of like inhibits you from losing weight, okay? It does something to you. And amitriptyline does that too. And there's some other medication, steroids, which I'm on steroids for 5 days. I'm used to it. I got COPD, and so I'm used to it, And you just roll with it. And with the diabetes, you just, keep track and make sure you're doing okay. So twice I ended up in the ER. I just didn't know what was going on. Well, basically, I was having withdrawal from my Lyrica. They thought, and I was just, it just stunned me. I was thinking about it, and I talked, my daughter said, well, it sounds like withdrawal you were having. But the problem is, I still have the headache. I can't bend over. I get like lightheaded and dizzy, and I do what I can around the house. I may only be able to accomplish 1 or 2 things, and I'm done for the day. But hey, it is what it is. You got to cope with it and got to learn. And sometimes you just got to push yourself to get things done. But anywho, yeah. Have you ever watched those videos of the Southern Mama? Oh my God, you have got to go watch them. Oh, hilarious, total hilarious. I just love them. His impersonations, you're like, yeah, I can see me doing that. Yeah, Because we used to live in this one town. I always called it pre-ghetto, but my kids are like, Mom, we in the ghetto. But hey, whatever, we lived wherever, our house was paid for, so I wasn't complaining that much, well, I had utility bills. So anyway, down the road from us was this building, right? And I guess at one time, ages ago, it's like an auto body shop or something. These 2 brothers owned it. Well, of course, they got shut down. They're getting no business or whatever. So it started turning into this after hours place, right? Oh my goodness. So the weekends, there was really no parking. It was like an alley that went through it, and everything was just grassed over. So they were parking in the grass. They were parking in the business across the street from me, in their parking lot to get to this building. Now, when you look at this building, it is, I would say it would probably be, those welfare houses they like to build that has the bricks, the really kind of like small ones, and they have the garage. I would say they're about that size, of 1 level. So you're just thinking, what, maybe the capacity, safe capacity, I guess, for firefighters, I don't know. But maybe 100? Maybe? I really don't know, because I don't know how they measure all that crap. But anyways, I know for sure there was like way more than 100 that night, a lot on the weekends. And what would always frustrate me is you see these young kids, and you knew they weren't 18. And one day I was sitting on the porch and I heard this young man say he was scared to go in. Well, I was scared to go to in too, because every weekend, guess what? Somebody gets shot or stabbed, or there's a fight, or it just gets crazy. Like, oh my God. So when that kid made that comment, I was like, dude, why go? Your gut telling you not to do something? Run, okay? Run, okay? Yeah. Mamas have that intuition. Women just know. And a lot of times things will hit me, I'm like, nah, I'm going the other way. But anyways, he went. And I knew what was going to happen. Because there's certain vehicles that you see there every weekend, and I would say they're the main problem. You know, they're over 20. They're over 20. You just know. So one night, because I think it was actually the first night we moved into that house, they were having one of those parties. And we were in bed. We could still hear the music playing. We heard people outside laughing and whatever. Then all of a sudden, we heard this fight. Oh my God, we heard gunshots. We had went out on our porch. My husband and I, we kept the kids inside. We made them get down on the ground. And we went out there. I think I had a crowbar. My husband had a bat. There was people in our lawn fighting. And this one guy had a mop. Yeah, had a mop. And was fighting this other dude who had nothing. And somebody threw, so we got them out of the yard quickly. We were like, get that crap out of here. Then people were pulling out, trying to leave, get out of there, because the cops were on their way. They were on their way. And these people stopped right in front of our house, got out and started fighting with the people behind them. I'm like, oh my goodness. Cops showing up. I've never seen people run so fast. So like, whoosh, just went. But what I had decided, so I took a little walk, because I knew crap was going down. I knew who the troublemakers were over there. I wrote down every license plate. I turned it in. Yep, sure did. I'm sure there was a lot of knocks on the door the next day. Of course, everybody dispersed, and whoever got shot, ambulance came and got them. I don't know if he survived. It was like the 3 or 4 shots I heard go off. I don't know. But the next morning, I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but this is hilarious. The next morning, we went outside. That mop was still in my yard, and I found chicken bones and biscuits, napkins, a fork in my yard. So my husband went out there and picked everything up in the trash. I was just like, all right, I guess. Yeah, my yard must be the huge garbage can. I don't know. I thought it was just freaking hilarious having to go out there and pick up chicken bones off my yard. Next day after a fight, I wonder how they used them in their fight. Did they throw them at each other? I don't know. There were some strange things laying around that they picked up the next morning, because it was just pitch dark. There was so you couldn't see the moon, you couldn't see stars. It was just pitch black night. Oh my word! But we've had some adventures there, a lot with that place. Another house, I think it happened twice. We've seen SWAT on our street and the street over from us, from our porch, where we can see. It's like a big old opening, so we can see onto the next block. And they were down there because there was reported there was gunshots fired or whatever, So we saw SWAT. We got to see SWAT in action, and I thought that was pretty cool. These guys were very good in what they did. Honestly, I didn't hear shots, because we can hear. There was one night there was a shooting. Oh, how to say that park is about 20 blocks from us. We heard the shots from there. So if they were shooting just down my road by 4 houses, I would have heard it. I mean, it would have been loud. But because when they came to talk to us, I said there was no shooting. Nobody was shooting. And it was all about drugs. So these guys were selling on their territory or something. And that's how it got started with the people on the street behind them because that was their territory. Sunday was like a drive-through at McDonald's, but instead of getting nuggets and hamburgers, they got some good old weed, and I'm sure they had some other stuff. But it was interesting to sit out there and just watch the cars drive by. Somebody, 2 or 3 people standing out there. You know exactly what they were doing. Yeah. Drive-through for weed. I'm sorry. But anyways, I guess I'm done chatting. Probably be back on later. I don't know. See what the mood is. All right, you all have a great one, okay? Okay.